Good morning. Good morning, babe.
Good morning.
Good morning, girl. She's crumbing. I am feeding my starter because I'm going to try and make some brioche. I've never made sourdough brioche. And really want some French toast with homemade sourdough brioche. So I don't have a recipe, but I found one online, and I found one that's no knead, so it's just going to do 4 hours of stretch and folds every 3 minutes, and then it has...
Sounds like my morning workout.
Stretch and folds?
Stretch and folds.
Yeah, so after the stretch and folds, I think it has like a 24 to 48 hour cold fermentation.
Cold plunge?
Bulk fermentation. Cold plunge.
Followed by a sauna.
Now, I don't typically do the cold fermentation because the fridge, I don't have room in the fridge for my bowl. But it's cold enough now. I'm gonna put it in the cab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the backseat of the truck.
It might freeze.
And yeah, so I'm just doing, I think I got 1 or 2 more feedings left, and then right after this we're gonna go to the gym, and then after the gym get cleaned up, and then I'm gonna make the dough, and then I'll be doing the stretch and folds and stuff. But that's kind of my project for the next couple days. Oh, we got caught in the rain. We got out of the gym, and then we had to go to Safeway to get a couple things for the bread, and but now I have to go to Target because I don't have a loaf pan, and I want to make it in an actual like bread loaf shape. And normally I would walk. It's over here, but it's dumping right now, so we're gonna drive. Crystal doesn't mind. She's always just along for the ride. Welcome to our Vagabond kitchen. I picked up the bread baking pan. Now I'm not going to need that for a couple days yet. But right now I'm just going to get the dough together. So I'm going to mix my dry ingredients first and then add my wet ingredients. And of course I am altering the recipe a little bit because what would our cookery be without a little alteration? So I'm following a recipe I found online. It's from milkandpop.com, and it's a no knead brioche loaf. I will post a link to this recipe in the comments below or in the description, so if you want to follow along or if you want to make it sometime, if this turns out. So first of all, let's get our dry ingredients together. Now the difference between this and like a regular loaf is this has egg, and this typically has sugar and also a milk and butter product. So I'm going to be using, instead of the sugar, because I don't have sugar on board right now and I don't want to buy a bag of sugar just for this because I don't need very much, I'm going to use maple syrup. So hopefully that will turn out, and if not, well, it's an experiment and I'll figure it out for all of us. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use this all-purpose flour, and I need 370 grams. So let's do that. And then I'm going to add the salt, which is 7 grams. So I'm going to mix those two things together first. Ooh! Too far. We have 370. Whoops. Well, 7-8 grams. It's all good, right? I'm just gonna give that a little mixy mix. And then I've kind of pre-measured some of my wet ingredients. So let's get that going. I need 60 milliliters of milk, and I'm using actually half and half because I don't have milk, and that is what I have. And then I need 110 grams of butter. Now I'm supposed to use these things at room temperature, so I kind of microwave them so they're a little bit warmer. The one thing I did not get out in time is the 3 eggs, so I'm hoping if I add the eggs to the other melted things, it will kind of warm them up slightly. So I'm going to do 3 eggs, the milk, the half and half, and the butter together. And also I'm going to put in a little bit of the maple syrup into that as well. It actually calls for 36 grams of sugar, which is 3 tablespoons. So I'm just, maple syrup is much more sweet, so I'm just gonna do that. Hope for the best, huh? So I'm gonna whisk this up, and then I'm gonna add my starter. To this, I need 120 grams. So let me get this mixed up pretty good before I add starter. Mix it up again. And then we will dump these two together and see what happens here. Now, this is a particularly wet dough, so every time I work with it, I might kind of wet my hands a little bit so it's easier to work with. Okay. We've got it on the scale. I need 120 grams of starter. Oh, ah! Oh, wow. Perfect. Okay. Here we go, y'all. I'm gonna first probably mix it with this and then go in with my hands. It's such a delicious bread, so I'm really hoping this is successful. It's got that yellow brioche color. Okay, I won't need to go in with my hands, I don't think. Just, I gotta make sure all these flour bits are incorporated. So nice and wet. Coming together. It's gonna be pretty shaggy, so I think as I come back to it every 30 minutes to do the stretch and folds, it's gonna start tightening up a little bit, so that's the idea anyway. Okay, I think that's messy, yes. I'm gonna cover this for now with saran wrap, and I'm just gonna leave it out in the camper here. And in 30 minutes time, I'll come back and do my first stretch and fold. I guess I'm gonna be doing 8 of those over the next 4 hours. Meanwhile, I've already had some other cooking projects. We have dinner coming on, so we'll have to work those in between. But I'm gonna get this covered, get it set to the side, and I'll meet you back here. It is time for the first stretch and fold. Oh,
Sorry.
I was like,
So
what is
bad.
that?
Sorry.
That was bad. Dad jokes. I'm gonna wet my hands really quick because this is quite a wet dough.
My first time holding a new camera.
Ooh, oh, your tarp blew away, maybe.
You're so dramatic.
Oh, it's still there, but it made a
Blew
noise.
away. Something is gone.
Sorry. Okay.
It's nasty out there.
Here we go. Oh my. This is wet. But I was warned about that.
Almost like this product placement, but we're not sponsored. They can't see
Ooh.
that.
Oh, I feel it toughening up. Okay, good. Gluten's doing its thing. That's about all I'm gonna do. First one. Okay, we'll set that. I hear your tarp really going to town out there, so I'm gonna reseal this. You're gonna go check on that, and we'll see you back here in 30 minutes. Good morning. We got the pull and folds done, and I'm going to show you where I put it for the night. It's been cold proofing for about 16 hours. So I took a peek at it this morning. It's definitely getting bigger, which is good. But I'm gonna go grab it, and then we'll begin the next part of the process. Basically, right now I'm just going to bring it back into the room temperature for about an hour, and then I'm gonna shape and put it in I think that's when I put it in the baking pan, and then it will proof again for about 2 to 4 hours. So I'm just gonna go grab it. It'll sit out for another hour, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I actually had it up here in a little nest. Oh, look at it. That looks good. Okay. Whoop. Uh-oh. Okay, let's take this back. Okay. This looks pretty good. I'm not going to unwrap it yet because I want it to be sealed so it doesn't get a dry crust on there. I want it to be nice and moist still. So we're just going to leave it out here. It's 72 degrees inside right here. So we'll meet you back here in an hour and see what happens. Okay, back in the kitchen. An hour has elapsed, and I will read you the next step. I've never done this before. Flour lightly the surface you use to work the dough. Okay, I can do that. Divide the dough into 4 equal pieces. Shape each piece, folding the dough over itself until getting a tight ball. Arranged shaped dough into a loaf pan lined with parchment. So I've got that part done. So I'm not sure the purpose of dividing it into 4 pieces and then shoving it into the pan, but I'm just going to do it because that's what it says to do. So let's see how this goes. It is very cold out today. Dave just made some tea, which is, it's a nice tea day. What kind did you make?
Licorice, something like
Oh, yeah, Egyptian licorice.
Egyptian licorice.
Okay. Now, here we go. I'm very, very happy with how this looks.
Let me see.
See?
Oh, wow, that's twice as big.
Yeah. Smells good.
I can smell it from here.
Smells good. Okay, I'm going to scrape this out and then divide it into 4. Is the objective. Okay.
Here,
Okay, this is not going to be exact, but it's going to be something, right? Okay. 1, 2. I could weigh this out, but I'm not going to. I don't really know like how tight it's supposed to be. This is this what I'm supposed to be doing? I mean, does it need to be more tight?
I'm really hoping that's going to be anything.
What's that?
I'm really hoping these questions aren't to me, because
No, they're not.
I'm not the one in here, unless you're talking to Pistol.
I'm just going to do this because I don't want to overwork it, you know? Maybe I'll go this way. And I don't want to... This is still going to have 2 to 4 hours of proofing, so I'm hoping it turns into something else in that time period. It's cute either way. The dough is still quite cold, so as it comes up more to temp, I think it's going to be good. Means that looking good. Oh, I got to squeeze a fourth one in here. It's okay. This one feels small, so I think I'll be okay. You know what is the bane of my existence? Parchment paper. I hate working with it. It's a great tool, but it's such a pain. Okay, this tore a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Okay. So now I'm going to cover. I will loosely cover, and then I will just watch this over the next few hours. It's going to be 2 to 4 hours, so I'll get back to you on that. I'll see you back here in 2 to 4 hours.
2 and 2. Was it game show? We're back in 2 and 2?
I don't know, but I remember a cheer we had in high school. 2, 2, we want 2. It was for basketball, obviously.
Or extra point in football.
Really?
Occasionally.
We had 8-man football in Eddyville because we were a tiny, tiny school. So, okay, I'm going to clean up. See you back here in a couple hours. It's been 2 hours. I put it in here. What I did was actually heat up a cup of water for a minute and a half and leave it in there. And then I put this in here to proof. Wowee. Let me pull this out. We got to get a good look at this. I kind of feel like I could bake it now. Should I bake it now or should I let it sit another hour or so? I don't want to overproof it. I feel like they've doubled. Okay. I'm going to preheat the oven. I think this bakes at 350. I'm going to double check. I'm going to preheat, and then I think I do an egg wash on this, and I might do a little sprinkle of salt, and then we'll see how this turns out. Crystal's very excited. Okay, but this is hot, honey. Okay, you gotta let Mama get in. Danger. This is danger. Oh boy. Okay, so convect. This is gonna go on my glasses. 350, 45 minutes. Let's see what happens. I did mention that the top can get really dark, so kind of keep an eye on it and tint it if you think it's going to get too dark. I still have 20 minutes left, and it's looking golden brown and delicious through there. It smells amazing.
It smells so good in here.
So I'm just going to open it really quick and see if I can't tint it. And I'm hoping I shaped it in a way that it won't scrape off as it rotates, but we'll see. I know I'm going to lose some of the heat, but I'll wait till it's the perfect position. Oh my gosh. Look at that thing. I gotta hurry. Oh no. That's a good tent, right? Oh no. I'll try that. I lost a little bit, but okay. Cannot wait. I'm getting it out. I'm gonna check its temperature. I'm looking for 190, I guess. So I'm gonna pull it out because if I have to put it back in, I don't want to lose all the heat in here. But, oh gosh, don't drop it on the floor.
Oh my gosh, don't do that.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Holy moly. I'm very proud of this so far. I'll just shove it in. Oh, we're at 190, 194. Okay, it's over, I guess. But that 198, 199. I think we get the point. It's accurately cooked. I mean, it's over, if anything, so. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this out of the pan, I think, and let it cool on this rack for at least an hour, because it's still cooking inside. We don't want it gummy.
Can we wait an hour, girl? An hour?
It's a long time to wait for that. Just look at that, though. Wow, I have impressed myself so far. I'm making a little bit of a soupy thing over here, so that'll be done at the same time the bread is done. And then we shall slice and butter that up and see how it is. Man, oh man. Wow. I think buying that loaf pan was worth it so far.
Ooh, it's soft.
Let's see. I got a little thump, which is good. Oh, you know, I'm gonna get her something, huh? Baby. It is time. I'm very excited. Look at that. The crunch from the egg sheen. But it feels very tender.
Yeah, you can almost poke your finger through.
Yeah.
How big you want it? Like that?
Sure. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that. I am just really impressed.
It's very soft.
Yeah. It's cooked all the way through. You want to look at the crumb on that air from the sourdough starter.
Okay, enough of that.
Yeah, enough of that. Now I'm not gonna put butter on this because it does have quite a bit of butter in. So I'm just gonna try it without first. The aroma, I'm getting a lot of buttery, but I do smell the sourdough.
The salted crust, though.
Wow.
Doesn't need butter. It's just plain bread. All you need.
Tender, flaky, super soft inside, but the crust gives it like a little bit more texture. This is like classic brioche, but better because it's sourdough.
That's amazing. It's quite a process to make it, though.
That's very, very good. Okay, check back in the morning.
I'm gonna try the crust too.
We'll see how much bread is left for French toast in the morning. This is delicious. It's so tender. French toast time. Very exciting times in the Vagabond kitchen. Dave's got some sliced here. got all my goodness. I don't have milk or anything. I'm going to use a half and half. Same half and half I already used in the bread. Cinnamon, 2 eggs, and some vanilla. Now, I'm out of my favorite vanilla, which is homemade vanilla from our friends the Malones. I am out, so I have to use just garbage vanilla from the store. But it'll work, trust me. Okay, I'm going to get this together, get these soaking. I'm not going to soak them very long because this is a very spongy bread, so it really absorbs quickly, which makes for delicious French toast. Okay, let's do this. I don't measure. I don't even know. This is probably not even... I'm sure there are other things people put in, but this is what I do. Just a little of this.
A little messy this morning.
A little of that. Whoops, just this morning. Just this morning. Almost out. Okay. So that. Now, I would normally put a pinch of salt in this, but this bread has salt on the top, so I think that's gonna do the trick. Okay, that's looking good to me. And in it goes. Now we'll have to rotate and take turns here, flipping and dripping. But it gets done pretty quickly. Dave's cooked a couple pieces of bacon. So we got that. We're going to have this and maybe a couple eggs, extra eggs.
Yes.
I mean, there's eggs in the bread, there's eggs in the batter. But a couple extra eggs won't hurt, I don't think. So we'll get this fully saturated and then we'll just, throw it down in a pan.
Pan could be bigger.
Yeah. We always make do, don't we? I have to tell you guys, it smells incredible in here. Cinnamon, sweet. Now, so far, the only sugars we have in there is just like the tablespoon of maple syrup that I put in the actual dough. There's nothing else that's sugar, right? Yeah, so we do have maple syrup we're going to be putting on it. I like to be able to control the amount I put on there. And so, like, if we go out to eat or something, I don't generally get French toast because it's very, very sweet already coming from the kitchen. And especially those stuffed French toasts with, like, cream cheese and mascarpone. And is it mascarpone or mascarpone?
I don't think it's like Shetland pony.
No, probably not. Too much. It's just too much. So this is the maple syrup we have. Is that...
We just bought it. It's called Crown Maple Syrup. Artisan quality bourbon arrow beige.
I'm sorry.
Say that 3 times fast.
Bourbon arrow beige.
Aged. Bourbon arrow...
Barrel.
I quit. Bourbon barrel aged.
Yeah. Say that 3 times fast.
No,
or
I can't
just,
say, I can't
or
say
just
it once slow. Ingredients. I think it's just maple syrup.
Yeah, it better be. I'm pretty sure we look.
Organic maple syrup. May contain trace amount of alcohol from bourbon aging. Oh, so it's in the barrels that bourbon was in.
Right. That's what bourbon barrel aged means, I think. Let me smell. It doesn't really have a smell.
No.
which is surprising. I thought it would smell sweet. Now this guy goes in with the peanut butter.
I don't eat a lot of peanut butter, but I love it. So I'm going to have a little bit of peanut butter on this one.
I have to say, it's criminal, the amount of calories in peanut butter, or nuts in general. It is criminal.
But, come on, look at that.
I know.
I'm going to try just the bread.
Yeah.
Man. That peanut butter.
This is what I'm going to do. Butter. I'm going to scooch the eggs. Butter. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, it's so tender. Look at that.
People think, where the heck's Pistol at? She's not in the bed behind you. She's not in your...
She's asleep in the cab. Wow. It's still light and fluffy, even though it's so spongy. I thought it would soak up a lot more. It's real, like sometimes a regular sourdough French toast can be a little dense. Definitely denser than this. This is just airy and fluffy. This tastes like a legit brioche, and I'm not getting any of the sourdough flavor from it. Yeah. In this application, I don't taste the sourdough at all.
Can you hold this?
Wow. So good.
Thank you.
This makes me very, very happy. You?
So good.
This is very good too.
It doesn't taste like bourbon.
No, but it really gives it it's like a developed flavor.
Really?
I think so. And a layer of depth to it. I'm gonna save my French toast for last because that's my favorite part. That's how I eat. Do you save your favorite for last? Or you just eat?
She's so bad that when we're eating something, she plans her last bite, the entire meal, the last bite is planned, and I watch it. And if she takes that last bite, it doesn't matter if she was still hungry, if I had something on my plate that she wanted to eat, she couldn't do it.
No, because...
She had her last bite.
Yeah, so then as I eat, I have to like determine, okay, I have X amount of eggs left, this, that, in what order am I going to eat that? So my last bite is what I want it to be. And I plan probably my last 10 bites, honestly. No, I do. I can't be the only one who does that, right? Please, somebody.
Yeah, some people have to turn the light switch on 5 or 6 times.
No, I don't think it's that.
When they walk in a room.
I don't think it's that. It's interesting, though, because some people eat their favorite thing first. But I like to have that last. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. You offered me a bite of something, but I had already finished my meal. And I couldn't do it because I didn't want that, the last thing on my palate. So, I know I'm not alone in this. Right? They got my back. I know they got my back. All right. So we'll just see you down the road. I guess we'll see you after Thanksgiving. You know what's interesting on Thanksgiving? That is an anniversary for us of sorts.
How?
More on that next week.
What?
See you down the road. Carry on.
What anniversary story? All right, carry on. What? Thanks for watching.
And a very special thank you to our patrons for supporting our channel. Join us over on Patreon for extra videos and more content. Check out our website or Amazon for our pistol book. Carry on.
Carry on.